Hello, can we talk about it? Can we, please? Can we talk about it? I'd like to talk about it. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Zal here, and we are back again with something I need to talk about, because we all need to talk about it. The Monster Hunter Wilds beta has been and gone, I believe. Unless it's still running. It could be still running. I don't know. It could be. I don't think it is. And you'll remember that when we reacted to the Monster Hunter Wilds launch trailer, that we said we were going to do a stream from the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. So I did a little, what everyone would probably have done. The benchmark. I downloaded the 20 gig benchmark. Why is a benchmark 20 gig? I don't know. I have no idea. If you're telling me that opening sequence was 20 gig, my goodness. But we downloaded it, and these were the results, as you can see by your screen. Those kind of results would worry any sane person, to be honest with you, especially running a 380 Titan. You would like to think we would just have an awful lot going on. However, I was running high dynamic range. HDR was on, and let me tell you something. The best way to ruin a perfectly good playable game is to turn on HDR. Did you like it? I liked it. So I recorded. I did actually record half an hour to 40 minutes of the beta, and I was hoping to get a lot further than I did and play more of what I did, but I didn't. And this is what I want to talk about, because I want to get your guys' opinions. And truth be told, before I went into this beta, I thought this beta was a whole new beta. It was a whole new, the game was now optimized, everything was going to run perfectly. This was the game that we would see at launch, and my goodness, I really hope it isn't. I really hope it isn't. But thankfully, you guys have said to me that the beta is a outdated beta from roughly about a year ago. It's just that they've added some monsters to it, and added a couple of things to it for us to get some flavor, and we could see how we go. Now, unfortunately, you're probably not going to hear my voice in this video, but I do want to just fast forward here. It's going to be more of like a voiceover. So let's have a quick look at what we're running, because my goodness, I don't even know what the hell we were running. So we start off with, we're having a look at everything. The graphics look great, right? Everything's on high. Everything should be looking absolutely insane. The whole game really should look perfect. We've got NVIDIA DLSS on, whatever that is. We got everything on high. Everything should be running pretty well. And as you can see, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to myself, which should have been you guys, but hey, this is where we're at now. It's slightly different. Can I also say that the little entrance at the beginning of the Monster Hunter Wilds, where your character kind of comes to life in the main menu, is beautiful, absolutely amazing. It is gorgeous. Right, I think I'm just chatting shit here for a number of reasons. Also, we are going to change our character up because I didn't realize how terribly we looked. So we start the game. I'm very excited to play the beta, and we are welcomed with this. Everything's sort of lagging in. There's definitely assets not generating. Graphics aren't looking great. It's hard. It's hard on the system. And I don't know if this is simply because I had high dynamic range on, and really we should record and stream with high dynamic range off. Now, you won't be able to hear me here, but I am starting to really freak out and get quite scared at what I'm looking at. Because when I'm turning my camera, there is lag. Everywhere we look, there is lag. Frames are dropping through the imaginary asshole at a rate of knots here. And I'm trying my best to stay positive. I'm trying to look at the game and go, you know what? We've been waiting for this for years. It's perfect. I should love this. I should like this, right? And at this point, I'm really perplexed because I'm almost forcing it. I'm like, shit, this isn't running well at all. This isn't running well at all. In fact, it could not be running worse. And as I say, I was very confused with the fact that, 380 Ti, the system I'm running PC wise should really be future proof. Okay, yeah, the 380 Ti is an old graphics card, but it should be able to run this pretty damn well, right? And we go back to that thing. Is it because of the high dynamic range? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm going through the settings again because I'm suddenly very perplexed and worried. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Something's happening here and I don't like it. I don't like it. So, we're still taking a look. I think I'm more just talking to myself because I'm in fucking recording mode, but I'm not actually saying anything of value here. This is me just nervously and anxiously trying to get out of the disaster of which I am looking at. And as I say, right here, right now, I thought this was the game, the playable version of Monster Hunter Wilds that we would be getting. So I was very, very worried. It was only until I went into the Discord and you guys told me that it's still an old beta that I kind of calmed down a little bit. I was like, okay, we might still have something here. We might. But I'm running around. It just isn't feeling responsive. And it's down to the lag. It's down to the frame drop. I'm trying to run around, see what's going on. It's not feeling great here. It is slow. It is very unresponsive. It's just not great. And you can even see slightly, as I'm turning the camera, like assets are disappearing. They're coming back into view. And I know a lot of game designers and games in general will only render what's in front of the camera. And what's in front of the player's view, right? There's no point wasting resources on rendering everything, and you'll probably find a lot of games wouldn't even play as well as they do if it rendered everything. So I expect that when I'm looking in front of me, behind me isn't rendered in and it's all white. But I would like to think that by the time I flip my camera around, the game is fully rendered, and it's not happening. It's maybe a second or 2 seconds out, but just enough to be noticeable, which is what's scaring me. And it was around this time that I was like, shit, well, I want to do a video on the beta. I really want to bring a video out to you guys, but I don't know how this is going to perform. And if I'm constantly worrying about how this is going to perform, I'm not going to have fun. And I'll be honest with you, Let's fast forward a little bit. So we go into the tent, we go to grill a lovely, succulent Chinese meal, and the cooking animation looks great. We knew the cooking animation would look great. We knew they would look very, very good. The fact we have the effect duration on the top right as well is awesome. But even this is slightly lagging, and you might not see it, but it is slightly. The honey, my goodness, that is looking good. But it is, it's lagging, and I don't know why it's lagging. Like I said, I'm in full panic mode at this point. But I want to play the beta, I want to enjoy it. This is the game I've been waiting years to play and been hyped with trailers, and my first Monster Hunter game that I'll be able to play at release. So Zal, you should be enjoying this, right? You should be. It's a you problem. You should be enjoying this. There's no way this game isn't optimized and isn't working correctly. So you can actually probably tell from the facial expression in this video that, like, I'm almost forcing myself to enjoy it. I know there's a problem. I know it's not performing to the standards that I would expect. And that scares me. That really scares me, because I want to enjoy this game. I want to enjoy it with you guys and bring a good stream out and some good videos. And don't get me wrong, I think after learning that this is an old beta, we will be able to do that. So that's put my mind at ease a little bit. But this is mostly the reason why this video didn't come out to you guys. Because, yeah, I was just in full panic the entire time. Like, I'm riding around on this thing. I'm trying to figure out the controls. It's still lagging. There's still bits of, like, lag, and assets aren't really coming into play. And also I've gone Charge Blade, which we performed quite well in the previous beta test, but in this one I was so distracted that I don't think I used nearly half of the moves that I should have done with the Charge Blade. And I am just constantly worried. Because it's not enjoyable. It's not an enjoyable experience, right? You go into a game that you love, or should love, and it falls flat. It kind of takes the wind out of you, especially when you weren't expecting it. But I think that was just down to my own preemptiveness of what I thought the beta was going to be. As I said, I thought it would be almost a game-ready release version of the beta, but it wasn't, so we're good, we're good. So here we're going up against the Doshaguma, I think it's called, Doshagama? Doshagawa. I don't know how to say it, but throw off a stink bomb or shit bomb, whatever the hell they're called, and make sure they flee so we can actually just take the main one we're targeting, which I don't even believe is an alpha. I think it's just a normal weak one, right? We're just attacking a weak one for some reason. But at this point, and this is like almost halfway through the video, I am just not liking what I'm seeing. I'm not enjoying it. And what's worse is I'm in two minds, because I know I'm not enjoying it. It's probably coming across on video that I'm not enjoying it. I'm trying my best to talk through it and play it as if it is a well-optimized game. But the lag and the assets and everything that I'm seeing just isn't giving me that. And it was quite surprising. But by the sounds of it, on release, this will play perfectly, hopefully. I don't know whether to play with high dynamic range. I know high dynamic range was broken in the beta. Whether it will be in the full game, we'll have to wait maybe an hour or two after release, or maybe test it. But the problem with that is I need to set up my stream for either standard definition or high dynamic range. And it's not too much of an issue to set it as standard definition. I know a lot of people don't have high dynamic range monitors, so you're not going to see it anyway. But it just makes the colours pop a bit more. It just makes it look a little bit nicer, especially if you've been tuning into our Rise streams and videos. You would obviously see the difference. But yeah, here I'm just in full panic mode, and the fight goes fine. It's a fairly long fight because I just have completely forgotten all controls on the charge blade. I'm learning the rending mechanic when they have a wound and we use that to target. I forget that you can actually now target and look around with some of the buttons on the controller now to reposition yourself a bit better. I'm forgetting a lot of things, but it's mostly because I'm absolutely appalled by the experience. And it was sad. It was not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. So as you can see, yeah, this goes on for ages. It goes on for a really long fucking time. Like here, I think we blow up the barrel bomb and it lags the whole fucking thing, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, so that actually didn't. I think on when I was playing it, it lagged a little bit, but obviously the recordings come out okay. But yeah, I don't actually know if I finished off this video. So we've just completed the hunt, which was fine. I did want to go and fight Arkveld and fight some of the new monsters, but I think I'm going to save that for when the actual game comes out fully and not spoil anything for myself. But you could kind of see the defeatedness here. Like I'm pretty sure I don't even do an outro because I know I'm not going to release this video. It's just shit. And for a game that I'm excited for and looking forward to playing with you guys and, you know, really bringing good high quality content to the channel, this was a tough pill to swallow. Because I kind of feel like I wasted 40 minutes there. You can see how defeated I look. I'm like, shit, this looks like crap. This looks like shit. What is going on? Yeah. But yeah, that was really what I wanted to bring you. Because you guys are probably wondering why you didn't get any beta videos. That's why. I have no worry that when the game comes out, it's going to be optimized. We're going to be able to play it perfectly. If it does struggle on high dynamic range, I have no problem turning it off, and then we'll probably gain like an extra 100 frames, and it'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, we haven't got long to go now, so I'm excited. Let me know what you thought of the beta. Let me know what you think of this video. I'm not bitching by any means. I'm not, you know, I'm still very excited for the game to come out. It's just that's knocked me for 6 a little bit. I'm slightly worried. But if the rumours are true that it is an old beta... sorry, I have a bit of a cold, so I'm a bit stuffy. If it is an old beta, and it is an old rendition of things from about a year ago or something like that, with just added content, I would expect it to run shite. And it did. Is the whole game on release going to do that? I really hope not. I really hope not, but we will see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Would love to see your comments on this video. Tell me I'm not going crazy. And I can't wait to share Monster Hunter Wilds with you. Once it releases, we'll probably do a couple of hours stream on release day, as long as everything is running perfectly. And I will see you then. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I appreciate you all as always. And if you do enjoy this type of content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and leave a like. It tells me that I'm doing things to your pleasure. So thank you. Have a good one. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.